All right, you guys, this is Uncle Pete from Super Easy Forex, and here's your news events coming up for this week. As you can see, last week it was a pretty good week. 8 wins, 3 losses, and 2 break-evens. Pretty noisy week because it was NFP week and inflation numbers. So, still walked away with some pips in our pocket, so that's great. Let's go into the news events for this week that you need to be paying attention to. Now, as always, I'll tell you guys, I'm giving you what I look for, but you still need to do your own due diligence just in case I missed something that should have been on the list that you might have liked to have known about. Never depend on one person to do everything for you. I can kind of show you the path, but that doesn't mean you have to do it exactly the way I do. Okay, so make sure that even though I'm going over these news events, try to kind of do your own due diligence just to be on the safe side. So number one, consumer confidence is coming up on Monday for the AUD. Okay, how good do people feel about their money and their the economy that they're in the AUD, which is Australia? That's coming up, so just be aware of that. The euro all week long is having inflation reports, and the reason why is because it's called the Eurozone. You have all these different countries that are tied into the Eurozone itself, Italy and Ireland and all these other places, London and blah, 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 blah. So all these places, they report at different times. So all week long, you're going to have what's called inflation, the inflation reports, but it's for different sectors. It's kind of like the United States of America. You have South Dakota, you got North Dakota, you have South Carolina, North Carolina, you have Hawaii, you have California, but all of these combined together equal into the United States. So when the United States report, we report for just the United States. But in the Euroland, according to my knowledge, you have all these different countries, small countries. So each one has to report individually. Like I said, you have Italy, Ireland, London, so forth, so forth, so forth. And so you have all these different ones that make up the Eurozone. And so that's the reason why you'll see repetitive information as far as reports coming out on the same euro. What I advise you to do is to simply wait every day until after London opens and the Euro news is over, just to be on the safe side. Then you proceed to look for your setups to see if they're still legit or not. Because if not, maybe the news event could have sparked something and forced the price action to just shoot like a bottle rocket. And you'll be like, well, thank God I didn't get into that trade before the news. Okay. Next, that's really going to be important for me, in my opinion, is Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be the big kahuna for me, which is the USD is coming out with its inflation numbers, which is going to be huge. Okay. Because the inflation numbers are what's driving the Feds, in my opinion, what's driving the Feds to raise or lower the interest rates. Okay. And then you have the CAD coming out with their own interest rate news. So that's the news that I have for this week. You may have something else. If you found something else that I missed, please leave a comment below and I'll be more than happy to look at that. But either way it goes, I think this is enough for me to be paying attention to. So what I typically like to do is to take a glance at this report that I have right here, this little small, easy to put together news calendar for myself every week before I place trades, so that I'll be aware that, hey, I need to be careful before trading this, or maybe I just need not to trade this pair until after this news event goes past. So that's what I do. So I'm making that suggestion to you. Okay. If you want to join us in the Signals group, the link is below and we will see you in there. All right. See you in the next video.